Hey, what is going on, guys? Today we'll be taking a look at this Crazy Horse leather band from a company called Gosef. The Crazy Horse here is not the kind of style of band, but it's actually the type of leather that it is used, which I'll talk about more later. But the style here kind of looks like the Hermes band that Apple sells, which costs like something like $1,200, I believe. However, this one is much less expensive, but the same kind of look here. So if you are going for that kind of look, then this does a great job of providing a kind of cheaper alternative to the Hermes one that you can actually buy officially from Apple. This is just the packaging that it comes in. On the back of the box here we have a lot of instructions on how to take care of the leather and what the kind of leather is and how it works and all that, which is nice. Gives you a good idea that the leather is in fact genuine and all of that. The two colors offered are coffee and brown. The one we'll be looking at today is brown, and then we can buy this in 42mm or 38mm. So either one is good. You can choose the one you like the most and it will work for whatever style watch you have. The band itself comes in a kind of plastic tray like this, so we'll go ahead and take it out of this tray. There's nothing else we have in the box. It doesn't come with an instruction manual or anything because the kind of care instructions and all that are on the back of the box. As you can see here, we simply have the two clasps, which is what you will use to attach it to your watch, of course. And then if we kind of pull these, we can see that there is a hole through the middle of the leather here, and this is for the heart rate monitor on the back of the Apple Watch, so that while you are using this, it can still activate your heart rate, even though there is the appearance of having a nice leather band underneath the watch, which is part of the style. You do still have access to the heart rate monitor on your Apple Watch, which is very nice to see. The hardware for this band is all stainless steel, as you can see here and here. It is silver and is not space gray, so if you have a black Apple Watch like I do, or the space gray rather, you unfortunately will have to use it with this kind of lighter silver color because they do not offer this in space gray, which is unfortunate. However, that is how many watch bands are, which is annoying, but it is what it is. However, I think it still looks fine if you use the silver hardware and the space gray Apple Watch. I'll go ahead and attach it here to kind of show you how it works. So I recommend putting both clasps in at the same time because it provides for a little easier attaching process. 1 minute. Alright, so you do that one and you get this one in a little bit as well. Kind of both at the same time is the idea here. So then you just kind of go like that and you push them both in, and then it locks in very nicely to your Apple Watch. The clasps are a very good size, so they do secure your Apple Watch very well, and you don't have any worry of them coming out or anything like that, which is very nice to see. I'll go ahead and zoom in here to show you what it looks like. So as you can see, the clasp here is silver, even though I have a space gray Apple Watch, and like I said, you can unfortunately not buy this clasp in space gray. You do have to deal with a silver, which is unfortunate. Like you can see, it doesn't match perfectly with having the silver here and this gray here, but it is what it is. It's not too big of a deal. I'll go ahead and show you what it's actually like on my wrist here. So to put it on, it's like any other watch band. We just kind of put it like this, and then you want to pull this through here, of course. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but you just go like this, and then for me, the smallest hole is the right size, which is unusual for watch bands. I mean, my wrist is not big by any means. However, it is unusual that I have the very first hole being the right size for me, but not too big of a deal. And as you can see, we do have a large arrangement of holes, so it is very adjustable depending on the size of your wrist, which is nice. It will fit very small and very big wrists. So to finish putting it on, we simply pull it through this little ring here, and then it is officially on our wrist, which is nice. This gives you a good indication of what it actually looks like when it is on your wrist. I personally don't like the style of it all that much. I don't think it's bad, I don't know, I think it's a little much for me personally. I would much rather prefer very small and simple leather bands, but if you do like the style of the Hermes one that Apple sells, and you like this kind of bigger, bolder style, then it is a very nice alternative to the one that Apple sells because it's so much cheaper for one, and in general it's a kind of unique style. Like not very many people have this kind of watch band, so if you're looking for something unique and very good quality and everything, this one from Gosef is not a bad option. One thing I don't really like, however, is because my wrist is too small, but also the band's a little big, is this piece over here kind of appears behind their watch. So if you're looking at your watch like this, you do see the tail end of the band, which is kind of annoying. It's not something I really like to see, but it's not too big of a deal, of course. By this showing here, it shows you that it will fit a much bigger wrist, so it is very adjustable in that sense, which is nice. This is what the bottom of the band looks like overall. It is a very nice color. I think this is the brown, not the coffee. The coffee is a bit darker, but overall it is a very nice watch band, and this is all theoretically hand sewn and everything, so it should be pretty good quality. As for the actual leather, this is Crazy Horse leather, which by definition it's kind of has this wax coating on it, so that any impressions and marks and damage that happens to it appear on the band. That's just part of the actual style. They're going for a more rustic look, so if something like you were to scratch this band like this, as you can see, it actually stays on the band. You can rub it off a bit, but overall it's meant to kind of stay on the band so that it does get scuffed up and it does look kind of old and worn, and that's just the kind of style of leather it is. That's the look of the watch. It's not a bad thing in my opinion. That is the kind of leather you are buying, and so you are buying a very impressionable leather, and yeah. And over time, theoretically, the leather will also get darker, so it starts off this kind of light brown, but again, as you wear it and use it and get marks and everything, the leather will darken as well. So you can buy coffee or brown. This is a brown, like I said, but both will get darker, so they will not be as light as when you first buy them. And so overall, if you do like the style of this watch band, it's definitely worth considering picking up. The leather itself is very nice because of the things I've mentioned, the impressionability as well as the actual quality. The stitching does appear to be very good. I haven't worn it for very long, so I can't really comment on the longevity of it, but it does appear to be very good. None of it is coming out already or anything like that. And it is also a very soft and flexible leather, so it will always be very comfortable when you are wearing it on your wrist. The clasps do work very well. The only thing I would change about them is I would make them space gray instead of silver for using with a space gray Apple Watch, but of course more people have the silver Apple Watch, so that's not something that really makes sense for them to do. So that's the only thing I can say about it. If you do like the style of this, this is a very nice watch band. So anyways, thank you guys very much for watching my review of this Gosseth Crazy Horse leather watch band. If you enjoyed this video, then a like rating is always appreciated, and if you'd like to see more videos very similar to this one, then feel free to subscribe. This has been Jordan for Jolt Reviews. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next review.